Up now it's on. Okay, now maybe let's see. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. All right. Check, check, 1, 2. Yep. Okay. We're good to go now. Okay, now that we've got the audio sorted, welcome future sinners, hopefully. This is the cell room for your character. When you first start the game, yours will look different. This is Freedom Wars Remastered. There are a few changes from the Vita version that I played extensively compared to this one. You belong to a Panaptocon, which is what it's Tokyo, Osaka, Hokkaido, all that listing is. That's kind of like a home point for your centers. And it's more like a hub. It doesn't really make any difference which one you belong to. But you get to custom design your character, and you unlock different outfits as you play. Over here is your accessory, which lore-wise is supposed to be a companion and also overseer to make sure you don't break any laws. You also get to customize them. As you play, you unlock entitlements, like I said, stuff from battle or participation inside the Panaptocon, or stuff like clothing, different outfits you can wear, and you can customize the color of them as well. So it's not a cut and dry thing. You can very much make your character and your accessory look however you would like. So the game can be single player, co-op, and there is a PvP mode also. Like I said, I'm currently code 8. No, code 6. There's up to 8 codes, sorry. On the Vita version, I am code 8. And as you go up in the code ranking, your cell room is nicer and nicer. And the Panaptocon floors you live on are nicer and nicer. So inside here, contributions directory is where you sign up for different missions. Inside the missions, you can fight a variety of different things depending on which mission it is. What you see, that word abductor right there, those are the big robo-mech things. That all-purpose quadruped is a mech also. You can fight citizens. Well, not citizens. You can fight other sinners from other Panaptocons. Lore-wise, and I'll show you in a minute, citizens are the upper-class members of Panaptocons who do not go on missions. They are genetically engineered to be much smaller, so they're less resource-intensive, but they're also much smarter for the most part. And sinners tend to be more like a barbarian, of big, strong, and supposed to be a little bit on the dumber side also. But you can fight sinners, you can fight robots, you can fight abductors, you can fight smaller mech stuff also. And you see the reward, sentence reduction 300 years. Your goal for one part of the game is to get that sentence that you start out with at 1,000,000 down to 0. And so you can customize your loadouts. Each center can carry 2 different weapons. You can pick 2 guns, or you can pick 2 melees. You've got your assault weapons, your portable artillery like rocket launchers, grenade launchers. You've got auto cannons, which can be like laser projectile weapons. You got light melee weapons. You've got heavy melee weapons, and you've got spears, pole arms. And you can actually throw those and fight if you do it right. It's kind of neat. You can customize your weapons with modules, and you also can load out combat items to use in the missions, but you also can find them in the field. I usually don't make any combo item loadouts till higher levels. And then you can do augmentations, which I really should have had that on a long time ago. Thorns are these things that wrap around your arm, and they use this substance called willow. There's a gauge inside the game. There's 3 types of thorns. You've got your binding thorn, which is red, your healing thorn, which is green, and your shielding thorn, which is white. And they all have same function except for some minor details. They're used for travel and adhering to walls and stuff, but each thorn has its own specific ability, which you can see here. The first charge on your binding thorn creates a trap that can ensnare a human, which is the center. The second one does what you see in that picture up there. It like basically wraps the abductor in a nest and locks him in place. And if you are linked to an abductor trying to drag it down and somebody else is trying to drag it down already, you linking to it will make it easier to drag the abductor down. The healing thorn, the first one gives a health bonus and heals any kind of negative effect they have on them. The second one creates that tree you see right there that has an area effect and heal, and hooking it to somebody slowly heals them. And the shield, the first charge does an AoE boost of defense. The second one makes a kind of like a shield wall that helps block projectiles. And then the linking one is like a constant boost bonus that you give to your friend. Other than that, it doesn't matter which thorn you use. And then you can set loadouts also. And you can set your accessories, get 1 weapon. I tend to give mine a rocket launcher, but you can do all kinds of different stuff. The good thing with accessories is they do not run out of ammo, so they do not have to search for ammo inside the field when you're fighting. And I have not given her any modules yet, and I don't have any. You can customize orders that you can give in game, which giving you accessories orders works a whole lot better than giving your teammates orders, and your teammates tend to function much better doing their own thing. But different teammates have different behaviors from the get-go, and so you'll have to watch and learn and see which teammates that you can set when you're playing solo if you want to, because you don't have to use them. What they do. Facility management is different from the Vita version. In the Vita version, you had multiple different facilities you could build. You could build all of one type. There were 3 available: weapons, ability, and item. In the remake, it's a good bit different. You don't create weapons, you only upgrade them. And that's because the weapon system has been slightly tweaked, and it really is not as much of a nightmare to get the really good weapons, but they also made it to where you can't make them as overpowered as easy as well. And there's no items listed here because there's a shopping game that you can now buy all the field items that you have access to. And the ability is for making augmentations, which this is where a lot of your customization for your weapons is going to come from. But the super duper version of the weapons apparently in this one have a yellow stamp on them, which if you look, I do not have any yet, but I'm also not far enough in the game to have those. So yeah, so assault rifles all behave mostly like assault rifles. The Barber Easy Blasters, which is what this misfire is based off of, which is these right here. They're kind of like almost like a shotgun assault rifle. They fire all the bullets at one time. Easy Kate's more like your standard SMG. This is more like a sniper rifle. This one is more like a SMG also. And let's see if there's any other ones in these that are big difference. Oh, I did have oh yeah, I got a modified elemental rifle already. The four elements you see at the bottom, the red one, of course, is fire. The white one, of course, is a snowflake, is ice. Electric is the purple lightning bug. And willow is that typhoon, hurricane looking one on the far right. They all behave differently. I personally like ice and willow. Ice when it's enough status and it implements ice on the abductor, it takes bonus damage there. And willow acts like burst from Monster Hunter. Um, uh, so yeah, there's also another element that they aren't showing, which is called impact. And in the Vita version, the meta was build the weapon that had automatically had high impact and then throw another element on it and micro stagger the abductors nonstop, but that's not possible anymore. Um, let's see. Spare accessories are when you trade rap sheets with somebody else, you get their accessory um, as a possibility because you can lose your accessory in game if you're not careful. And if you do that, you can take somebody else's accessory to go get yours back.
The hard work
Let's see if I can find the customization for this. So this is to leave your cell room. Say this is for co-op play. This is for PvP play. This is to tweak out your accessory. And then to restyle your accessory, you would do it over here for request physical remodeling, and then you would pick your accessory. This is to change like your physical appearance, not just your clothing. That's for saving sets. That's if you want to change Panaptocons. That's if you want to, as you can see there, change between English and Japanese. And that's a new game mode, but it just makes things difficult by reduces the mission time that you have available, may cause some enemies to respawn or come in for reinforcement. And you also lose some of the entitlements you have, and you have to rebuy them back at a higher price.
Current sentence.
But let's see if I can find this. Tells you what is required for you to be eligible for the exam when it's available to go up a code rank. This is kind of like tutorial. That's recap stuff. This is if you earn extra stuff inside the game, you can pick them. Oh, I got something. Oh, I got a few. I'll get them later though. Where's my rap sheet? Let's see. I can't remember where rap sheet is now. I don't think it's in options, but let's make sure. Nope. Maybe it's on the Panaptocon wall. Hey, that's if you want to get entitlement points and reduce your sentence a little bit. Well, darn. I forget where you go to tweak your rap sheet.
Current sentence.
I would like to go in and check and tweak my rap sheet and show it to you. But apparently I'm in ding dong mode and can't figure out where it is. These are special quests that you can sign up for. You don't have to do them. Darn, I don't. This is gonna bug me bad. But so this is just kind of all the stuff you can do from your cell. I'll show you the Panaptocon in just a second. Let me check what my brother just said. He just got back from out of town, so I want to make sure he didn't need something else. Alright, so anyway, where is the rap sheet? Oh, I hadn't opened this yet. Oops.
Your continued.
Alright, let's go look at the Panaptocon.
Failure
Maybe
will
I'll
not be
remember having the rep
tolerated.
sheet later. I don't know how I've gotten it. Alright, so this is Panaptocon. They look different depending on what level you are. This is a little bit nicer than, especially near the beginning of it. Sometimes inside the Panaptocon you'll find little glowing green orbs. Those are free resources. They're never anything amazing, but they're handy. These are other centers, not real ones. They're NPCs and they're accessories. Let's see if we can find a citizen to show you the size. There's a citizen. So this is a citizen here, and they all are typically that much smaller than centers. And when you're doing a citizen rescue mission, that's really handy because you have to carry them. And so if they were bigger, it'd be annoying. So each floor, wait till this announcement ends. For the greater good. Each floor of a Panaptocon has different wings to it. And you'll notice when I'm in, it's got the elevator on it. That's what that blue kind of icon is at the top. But the cell garden is found in this one and this one. That's what those boxes are. They are, when you gain access to them, they're a place you can go to earn free materials. And sometimes those materials are really, really good. And when you get far enough in the game, you can fast travel, which we're going to do. We're going to go to, it's called the Warren, which is like the hangout section for centers inside the Panaptocon. And this is the hub room. And when you first start the game, there's like 2 or 3 different centers that you can find around the Warren or in one of the rooms off of it that you can get to join you for missions. So make sure you talk to people. Let's let that announcement go by.
Greetings, sinners. I've got a message for you from your friends at the sartorial responsibility board. Dressing's not as simple as throwing on any old color you like. You know, after all, reckless coordination is insubordination. Be sure to claim the necessary rights from the entitlement catalog before adding new use to your wardrobe. For the greater good.
For the greater good. Okay, so, but do be careful talking to people. Some of them want to trade you items. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes they are part of this fraternity, and they basically will shaft you for what they give you. It won't be good. All right, so this is Zaka. Zaka is your base item, base weapon purchase location. All 3 of these girls right here, this one, that one, and this one, all can help you. That's a citizen. But he sells base versions of weapons, of pretty much every type of weapon. But like I said, they're all the base version. Nothing really, really good in them. But he also sells, excuse me, field items. So that's handy because sometimes you are running low on stuff and there's certain ones you may like and you can get them from him. And if you're playing co-op, when you're in the hub picking out stuff, he's usually sitting outside his door right here. So you can purchase stuff from him in co-op. And then this is the fueling station, which is kind of like the little restaurant hangout joint for the Panaptocon. These 2 people right here are both possible for me to take on missions, and the 2 dudes seated here also. And this dude here is with the fraternity. Not all of them are that easy to distinguish that they are. And this dude here has 2 purposes. One, he has a mini quest line that you can do where you try to collect coupons to get ice cream from him, but he also sells black market items. And so if you need like a specific item, like salt for an upgrade or something, you might can come get it from here. And you can change the music in the places too. All right, so that's the general idea of the world that you play in. I'll show you some resources real quick. I think Ford's got a few of them right as soon as you go in. Oh, nothing there. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe because I'm queued up for a mission that... There we go. There's one. All you gotta do is step over and you get it. And then, so the cell garden, and the entrance is in like slightly different wings on each floor, so you never know for sure. You go in. It's a randomly generated zone. No enemies. You don't have weapons. You don't have your thorn. And there's a set number of resources you try to collect. So let's go see. I think the two people who I'm supposed to be doing quests with right now are back here. Nope, they're on the other one. Yeah, there they are. So those are two more people I can take with me to play. So let's do a quick mission that will have both enemies, the human type and the abductor. This will be a good one. It's going to have a couple of different abductors. There's multiple types of abductors. You got your mech humanoid looking ones. You've got quadruped ones that are like a centaur, and you've got like ones that look like a tiger with wings and a dragon one. And what's neat is depending on the damage you do to them, the different effects it has. Like you can remove shield pieces that generate a shield that don't allow for ranged damage done. You can remove hands and they can't do grab attacks. You can remove their head and they can't do a laser attack. You can damage their wings, they won't be as mobile, they won't be able to fly or fly as well. I'm changing my thorn type because I've got 2 healing thorns already. I'm going to go with another binding thorn. I'll do a shielding thorn so that way we do all 3 types in this one mission. So I'm running a shielding thorn, Matthias and Beatrice are running healing, and Nina has a binding. So these NPCs are going to wreck most of the stuff in this pretty good because I have their gear all leveled up to 7. And this is only a rank 4 mission, but it'll be fast instead of me wasting everybody's time, and it'll also allow for you to see both the human and the abductor type battles. Now what's neat with abductors themselves is that if like your accessory gets incapacitated in the battle and the abductor picks it up and traps it, if you don't get it out of the abductor in time, you have to do a separate mission to get your accessory back, like I was talking about earlier. And my accessory is going to end up blasting people with rockets. Inside the battlefield, these are your weapon, your ammo reload crates. There's free resources on every weapon, on every level. These are supply crates. And things you kill drop stuff, and you can pick them up like that right there. Or these items here. And if you're lucky, they'll drop weapons for you to mess with later. But we're gonna, so here's your thorn, and when you see that blue, you can use it for travel. And you can also use it to pick up stuff, which is cool. Alright, let's see. And you can zoom in a little bit for your aim. You don't have to. You got some. Oh, oof.
Advised treatment of injury.
So I've got a couple items now. These Venekis are like little friendly robot shooters.
Enemy reinforcements inbound.
Oh, she's going to heal me. Go ahead. There we go. I should have boosted everybody's defense while I was out here, but oh well. So that blue gauge is your willow gauge, which is your thorn strength. If you're trying to do maneuvers and it runs out, it will fail and you'll fall. Oh yeah, weapon drop. Oh, he's on the flamethrower. so is she. So it is good to keep tabs on it, because if you're in the middle of something and then it whew, dodge that rocket, and it not that one, and it hits you and it runs out, you're going to end up hitting the ground. Come on now. Why are you not launching up? Whoop. Thank you, Beatrice. And Beatrice's weapon is currently not available.
Reinforcements inbound.
She's got
Prepare
this
to
pistol,
engage.
and it's like specific to her only. And Yue and his daughter Elfridia or something like that, they also have 2 weapons you can't get, and they're like hand-to-hand type weapons. These are little mechs, much different mechs. These right here are annoying. They'll come through, smash into you, and then take off. I hate them. They're the most annoying things in the world. And there's all kinds of different versions of the little robots in the game. There's some that are like giant eyeballs that'll shoot laser, and they can. Some of them are even big enough to carry people in them. And then you've got your spinning blades like these turd bags. Oh, and anything that your teammates, whether they're human or bots, pick up, get shared to you. So don't ever feel like, oh crap, I've got to get that before somebody else
Allied
gets it,
forces engaging enemy.
because that's not needed.
Report acquired.
We got a abductor in this one. He's right there, spider type. And we'll try. I'm going to show you. You can break parts off abductors to. All right, so I hate those spinnerets that shoot the webs out, because they'll bind you. So let's see if we can't start breaking this one off. And you can break stuff off of abductors by either doing melee severing like this, or just by damaging them a ton. And since he's about to do the spin attack, we're getting off before it starts hitting us. But parts break off, you can pick them up, and you can use them in upgrades and manufacturing and stuff like that. Demons hurt. Somebody needs, Beatrice or Matthias needs to heal her. Let's do a quick buff real quick. Alright, I got Nina with that too. Let me get Nina's accessory. Alright, so everybody's got a little bit of a time buff now. Anybody get trapped by that? So, whoop.
Will allow elements effect accumulation at 40%.
So your your accessory does a good job of keeping you kind of updated on the current situation in the battlefield. And she was saying that the Willow level in the abductor is at 40%, which means when it hits 100%, he'll take like little mini explosion damage and stuff like Blast did on Monster Hunter. Let's go get us some ammo. And normally she'll say ammunition depleted. Oh crap. Alright, so the other cool thing with your thorns is you can raise people with them like that. The game will tell you need to run up to them and hold square. Use your thorn. It's a whole lot faster. Saves a whole lot of time. And there's a bonus if nobody has to be respawned in. There's a bonus at the end of the. You end up getting one of those special deliveries. Somebody's going to do a drag down. Let's give it a shot. See if anybody else joins in. There we go. Nina's joining in on it. She's using her binder. There we go. So now he's been knocked over. And stupid things are back. You little turd. I don't know if I did not get reloaded. Ammo here? Yeah. Nope. Another one over there. Okay, somebody dropped it. Good. Alright, so I think somebody staggered it. Oh, sweet. Alright, let's do some severing. Oh, wait. You gotta get behind. Oh, don't step on me. Oh, that was cool. Whew. Okay, well, before we do severing, let's grab these parts that just fell.
Enemy abductor immobilized. Advise immediate full frontal assault.
Yeah. Y'all be alright.
Caution, enemy abductor is intensifying its attacks.
Alright, so Now he takes a little more damage, oof, but he also moves faster now. Let's use the regenerator. Oh, and I'll show you the Beneke. This is the base model when he just goes pew 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 pew. There are other ones that are more fancy in the game too. Hold still long enough for me to.
Damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
All right, so my accessory just got to. Oh, I need to get Matthias up. There we go.
Green.
All right, we need to take these out. Where's the other? There's one. We got that one. There's the last one.
Enemy abductor structural integrity as 50%.
Where's that? There he is. All right, where'd you go, turd? There you are. And see, this is just the baseline little thing that I was talking about. He's just sitting there, points that one direction and shoots repeatedly. Nina's down. Crap, somebody get her. Oh, Nina's accessory's gonna get her good. Alright. You notice the gauge is smaller now. That's to keep them doing damage. Oh, I did not pay attention. Spin move with net shooting out, which we're trying to basically stop that move from happening. Oh, that's wrong. Put those grenade up in there, see if that does anything. Alright, we're gonna knock this one off, hopefully.
Advise immediate full frontal attack.
Booyah! Yeah, baby. Let's do this one too, hopefully. No! What the? Who did that? Knock me these turds. That freaking bot. There we go. That's gonna help a lot. Alright, so I just got knocked out. Let's see where my accessory is, if it can heal me. Come on, Yima. There we go.
Survival successful. Please return to your duties.
Yeah, I'm going to. I saw parts, maybe not. Alright, so now the pod for these spider ones is their butt. There are different locations on each one. The one that's the hardest to get to is probably the tiger ones, because it's on the chest underneath. Booyah. So we just broke its pod. You can see the damage there. If it had a citizen trapped in it, when I did that to it, I would pull the citizen out of the pod. I'm going to kill this in a second. There we go. Grab that. And I think this one has like maybe a quad. Nope, that's it. Alright, so let's look and see if there's any items I missed. Couple of time like that.
Donate resources to the Ministry of Productivity to earn entitlement points.
Grab. So whatever items you don't use that you have get added to your stockpile back at the cells. So always grab whatever resources in the crates you can before the end of the run also. So that you have them on standby. And you get better ones as it goes. Like there's plus versions of everything. Yeah. So resources are usually parts that you broke off and all. And when you first start, you won't be able to keep them all. I really recommend just unselecting them so that you don't donate them, because the penalty you get from it you'll end up undoing in no time. But those parts can be used for upgrading your weapon earlier to help you out through the game. So that's generally how it's done. Hopefully that was informative. That's going to be it for me for now.